Today we're looking at arnorhs and trying to guess the rank of their tracer. They requested this review directly on my Google form, where they wrote, "For most of the match, I felt pretty unimpactful and ended up dying too many times, and I had a hard time creating an opening on attack. We got spawn camp for a bit after capturing, and their Cassidy was really on fire, making me consider switching. It felt like I couldn't do much except just try to survive for a while. We ended up winning, but I would like to know what my biggest weakness is in order to become better." Okay, you did submit this as Guess My Rank, so that's mostly what I'm going to be trying to do here. But I will try to give you some tips as they come up. If you're having trouble creating openings as Tracer, I really want to pay attention to when you time your engages and where you engage from. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Like, you have an Orisa, so I want you to wait until the enemy team pushes into her, and then, you engage from a flank or an off angle. Like, this position to start is pretty good, I think. We do hear, we see Ana use both her cooldowns. We hear the sleep dart and we see the nade. She is a prime target for us. So, you went after the Life Weaver there. Life Weaver, it's a little harder to kill because he has a higher health pool. He has a little bit more survivability with the dash. Especially, with Ana, when we hear and see her use both her cooldowns, she is a prime target. She's very vulnerable. Granted, it's early in the fight. The team's all grouped up, so the supports might heal each other. I don't know if you're going to get a kill here, but you have a much better chance of killing the Ana than you do the Life Weaver. So that's just a little target focus thing. Right idea otherwise. It's a little risky to be out in the open. They do have a Hanzo, he can one-shot you, so you have to be really careful about that. Yeah, especially your half HP, I would go grab the health pack. Perfect. This is another really risky area. So you don't want to play out in the open, where multiple people can look at you and focus you down. You want to play behind or to the side of where the enemy team is looking. Yeah, you could have slowed that down a little bit just to enable, just to ensure you stuck, but that's fine. Yeah, I'd say you're probably mid-plat so far. Maybe a little bit higher if Tracer is not a hero you play, but yeah, once again, you don't want to engage from where the enemy team is looking at. You don't want to be out in the open. So that's a little, that's just a tough thing right there. So you started pushing from right here. The enemy team is all looking down this area. They are trying to attack the point. So, when you engage and, try to, it seemed like you were thinking about going after the Ana or something, but, when you do that from an area where they're already looking, that gives them more time to react to you. So you want to think about going around behind, taking an off angle, going from an area where they're not directly looking, because they'll have to turn to look at you. So that gives you more of a chance to attack them and do things before they turn to address you. And then also, by distracting them, you can create openings for your team. And, you don't want to just go right in the middle of point. Granted, your whole team died, so the fight was lost at this point. But I would just pay attention to that, and you could think about, disengaging instead of continuing to fight here. You don't want to be, right in the middle of point where everybody can turn and look at you as Tracer.
Perseverance is my middle name.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
That's a very risky game, trying to, you got the Sigma and the Hanzo's attention there. You're just doing little tickle damage as Tracer from that distance, and see, they get you low. Hanzo has the ability to one-shot you. It's just a very risky game to play. I would think about going around a little bit more, around from behind, and maybe trying to, harass the supports, try to force Ana's cooldowns out of her, so she doesn't have them for this coming fight.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, like, see how risky that is? Just, Hanzo knows you're there, and he just lands one body shot, and you have to expend your recall, so I would just try to avoid him and maybe go after the supports. Same thing, you don't want to engage from the area the team's already looking at. You want to engage from, like, the side or behind, so they have to turn and look at you. Like, see that right there? Like, your team cleaned up and did a very good job. Excuse me. But because you engaged from the wrong area, and the enemy team saw you before you even started attacking them, you didn't have as much time to do things and be effective, and you had to disengage. So that's why I know you said you felt like you were unimpactful in this game. It's little things like that contribute to it. So you just want to, like I said, as Tracer, you're 150 HP. You are very vulnerable. You do not want to go from areas where the enemy team is already looking and can just easily burst you down. You want to try to catch them by surprise, distract their attention, and that will make you a lot more effective and help you create openings.
Hey, watch your step.
But yeah, it seems like you got fairly solid fundamentals for Tracer. It's just little things like target focus and the angles you engage from. So yeah, I'm going to say you're probably like low Plat. Like Plat 5, I'll say.
Special delivery.
Same thing, like the enemy team is already looking down this area. So you you went over here to try to land the pulse bomb, but because they can see you already, you didn't have enough time to really stop and aim it. So, if you had gone from behind, you could have like maybe spam crouched so they didn't hear you, like got up right in the Ana's face and then just stuck her easily. So you did ask in the post what your biggest weakness is. In my opinion, it's just the angles you engage from. You don't want to play clumped with your team, and you don't want to engage from an area where the enemy team's already looking. Like, even like that right there, you blink around right in the middle of everyone to position yourself. And because of that, Genji chases you. You're a little bit vulnerable, and yeah, it's just a little tough. You don't want to, you don't want to blink right in the middle of people. You want to like flank, go around, and to set up. You just don't want to alert the enemy team to your position and where you're going in general. But yeah, apart from that, like, your blinks seem pretty alright. Your tracking's not bad. It's really just more advanced things like just angles and such that I feel like is your weakness. And as we said, where to approach from. So I really want I really want to see how this goes. But I am gonna say, like, you're probably low Plat. That's a risky game right there to play with the Soldier. If you had waited a little bit as they push, see how your team's way over there? Like, you're not being a, like, what was I gonna say? You're not being a distraction from like an active fight. All you're doing is just alerting the Soldier's attention to you and just ruining that position that you that good position you had. If you had just waited, if you had been a little bit more patient, not like done some poke damage, you might have been able to like snuck up on, say, the Ana or something like that. So just you're 94 to pulse too. Maybe we could have farmed that up quickly and stuck someone instead. So just really think about like when you're like alerting people's attention to your position from a distance like that. I really want you to think about what you're accomplishing. It's okay to do that like during an active fight, just to distract people. But right there, like between fights, you're not really accomplishing anything, as we said, except for just ruining your flank. This is good. We got pulse. A little tough. I would have gone and grabbed the health pack a little sooner. Yeah, that's good. You want to, like, when you're taking duels with, like, Soldier, Hanzo, Cass as Tracer, you really just want to blink through them, make them turn around to look at you, blink back through them again. That could be really good as far as just, distracting and confusing them. Yeah, grab the health pack. Yeah, your team cleans up there, but once again, we don't really want to engage from the area where our team is. We want to flank, we want to off angle. Same thing. I mean, Reaper's not dangerous to you from that area, but you're not. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say you're still not really accomplishing anything except alerting people's attention to your position. Like the Ana saw you, maybe she could have done some damage where she's a little bit more lethal. And the Soldier came from behind it. We didn't even see that. Maybe like if they were in voice, they might have called out that you were there, and that just, and then Soldier just came over to capitalize on it. But regardless, I think Soldier might have just been going down this area because he realized that you've been playing here pretty much all game. So that's another thing you could think about doing, is just trying to mix up your positioning and try to like set up in different areas between fights. Like, you've been playing around here this whole time. Maybe we could have thought about, playing around here, setting up to, try to distract people from this area instead. And then, we can blink through here or something if we need to escape.
Victory group charged and on fire!
But this is good. You going on the flank as the enemy team is all pushed in trying to contest point. I wouldn't even blink like right on top of point like this. It's just a little risky, but not bad. I would go after the Zarya. She's low HP. Another thing with target focus, but that's fine. Your team still cleans up. Nice.
I warned you. Score 0-1.
Yeah, I'd say that your fundamentals seem solid. It's just like we said, a little bit more advanced things, like when to engage from, when to time your engages, targets you should focus, and the value you're getting out of like poking and distracting people from a distance. So yeah, I'd say that you're either like a high gold, low plat Tracer player, or like a high plat DPS player that doesn't really play Tracer. Maybe even low diamond in that case. But yeah, to be on the safe side, I'm going to assume you're a Tracer player, and I'm going to stick with the plat 5 so far. But let's see how this attack goes. Punch in the door. Yep, this is a good area to go from. You know, right idea to go after the Widow. It's just, you know, she's looking in this direction right here. So it's just a smaller little movement to turn and address you. You know, maybe she's able to headshot you, depending on her skill. I don't know. But I think it would have been a safer bet to, like, go up here and try to, you know, try to attack her from this angle right here, where she has to turn more to look at you. You do a good job if you force her back. So now what you could think about doing when you realize that is you could blink through here and maybe try to, like, just attack her from behind. I mean, this isn't necessarily bad either. You know, you are distracting the Ana. But yeah, I think just sneaking up on the Widow and going after her would be a lot more valuable. Instead of, like, you definitely don't want to blink, like, right on point where everybody can turn and look at you. Because, once again, you're 150 HP, easy to burst down. And now that they got a Junkrat, you just gotta watch out for those traps. Because if you get caught in that as Tracer, you're dead. Yeah, you can think about going up here. I like it. Yeah, be careful about alerting their attention between fights, but not bad otherwise. Be careful about the hinder. Nice kill. They do have res, but at least they don't have it for this coming fight, which is good. I would think about grabbing the health pack. It's a little dangerous. And there we go. Yeah, this is a good area to attack from. You can... Yeah, I mean, it's a little risky. Maybe you could have played in Hotel and, like, harass the Ana as she came through. You know, blinking through like that is, once again, just a little bit, you know, alerting the enemy team's attention to the direction you're going is just a little risky. And blinking, like, right through in the middle of point like that, too. Yeah, we can play around. I was going to say we could play around and just wait until our team pushes to pull someone. Yeah, I mean, right idea, just wrong timing in my opinion. Because, like, look where your team is. You know, your Orisa, your Lifeweaver are way back here. They're not really going to be able to push and capitalize on that just yet. Your Echo's dead. She's coming back from spawn. So yeah, right idea, just wrong timing. I would have waited until your Orisa pushed in a little bit more, and then I would have gone for that pulse. To see this, they're only just engaging now. Yeah, I wouldn't play on point. You know, attack from Hotel, attack from behind. You do get the kill, though, which is good. Okay. Nice blink to dodge. Now this is okay. You guys got to clean up, ensure you cap point, so... Perfect. You could try to set up between fights somewhere. Don't engage main. Don't ever engage main as Tracer. Like, see how risky that is? You go and you engage. And then you basically, you have to quickly use your recall. Just quickly to get out before you can really accomplish anything. Because you're engaging from an area where the enemy team's already looking. So, you know, I would have thought, you know, once you know you guys are going to cap, you know, go through here, attack from the same angle you were on attack. I mean on defense, sorry. And yeah. Just a lot better in what you want to be trying to do as Tracer. Like, what are you really going to accomplish just poking from main like this? Maybe you'll build a tiny bit of ult charge as you do tickle damage, and then you also risk getting burst down. So you try to set up in an area, you know, in this area, which going here is the right thing to do. It's just, you know, blinking through from main where everybody can see you doing that is very risky, and as we see, you paid for it because Soldier saw that, he chased you down and killed you with the Helix rocket. So, you know, just think about just being a little bit more sneaky when you set up your angles and you figure out where to attack from. You don't ever just want to blink through main like that and alert people's attention to your position.
The numbers do not favor us.
But yeah, I stand by the Plat 5 so far.
Here they come. I'm with you.
You seem like very solid as far as the basics of Tracer. It's just the more advanced things we talked about. Ooh. So you had all 3 of your blinks there. When you see a Cassidy like that, you really have to just be ready to avoid that nade. You know, as we said, blink through, blink behind him. When he turns around, blink behind him again. Things like that, and you just want to at least save one blink just to use it as soon as he expends the nade to avoid that, because yeah, I mean, he's an easy kill. I mean, you're an easy kill for him if he lands that, as we see. You know, maybe we could have avoided and then stuck the pulse on him. Yeah, I don't know why the cast is attacking from there, but you could try to stick the Mercy. Ooh.
Thought of you.
I see you're trying to stick the cast. 100% you could have stuck the Mercy there, and you know, maybe you wouldn't stop the res, but you definitely would have killed her. And I would just wait a little bit more, a little bit longer before you try to stick the cast here, because, like, you know, he's still in the res animation. He hasn't materialized yet, so you know, you're not going to stick him, and he could potentially just roll out. Yeah, see, exactly. So yeah, that's just another thing with res. It takes like a couple seconds before people actually like materialize. So yeah, just hold on to pulse a little bit more to ensure the stick. A little bit longer, I should say. Good blink. Yeah, this is, you don't want to engage from main. But I think playing from this area isn't necessarily bad as they push in. You just don't want to push up too much. Yeah, Orisa overcommits. You can finish off the kill maybe. Nice. Normally, I would say don't go after the tank, but like Orisa pushed up way too far and was an easy kill there. So good job capitalizing on it. I would try to, you know, flank, go behind them. You don't want to just play main clumped up with your team. It's like we said before, very risky. Like, see how you have to use recall really quick? Always try to off angle. You know, blink through the soldier, go behind him, make him have to turn around. But this is good. You can attack from this angle. You can time your pulse right as they push in. You know, you can slow down a little bit there. It's like we said before, if you're like sneaking, if you're spam crouching to keep yourself quiet, they clearly don't see you yet. You have time to really like stop and aim that pulse bomb, and then you can just quickly recall. Yeah, this is good. It's nice. Pepper people to keep, to help Arisa.
It's go time.
I would turn around, go after the Ana, but that's good too. And that's the game. Yeah, very nice job. I just think, we talked about a few things you could work on, but I just think the biggest weakness is just the areas you engage from. Don't ever go main as Tracer. Don't ever be clumped up with your team. And always try to attack from an area where the team isn't directly looking. You don't want to blink through main to set up somewhere and alert people's attention to your position. And you don't want to, like, engage from where people are already looking and, you know, have a faster chance to react to you. But yeah, nice job. I'm gonna say that you're. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Plat 5. You didn't actually tell me in the request form your rank, but yeah, that'd be my guess. But nice job. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. If anyone would like to request a VOD review, check the link in the description. And best of luck with your climb.